Stefan, please help me. I show inappropriate signals in the wrong situations. Stay tuned, I'll tell you what to do. Recently I got a message from a salesperson, who said, in the moment when I could close the deal, when I'm really on the edge of making that deal, my lips start to smile. I go like, and he thinks that is not good in that situation. Well, I had the same thing in situations when I need to be earnest, where I need to be serious. Sometimes I started to smile. You know that from school, when the teacher said, everyone calm, shut up everyone, put a sock in it, and you couldn't help but start to laugh or smile. The same in the church, when the priest said everyone had to be silent, and the elderly looked around whether the young people in the church are all calm, and you couldn't hold back and had to start to laugh. And well, what helped me is a mindset. And the mindset is to bring your hormones on a different level. Because why this salesperson smiles, probably, actually I don't know, but probably is the feeling of I'm close, very close to a success. And the hormones already can feel it. So the body incorporates a body language that gives you a positive feeling, and that also shows a positive expression. The only thing is it comes a little bit too early. And the same thing is when you are in stressy situations, in situations where you should be honest, where you should show a serious face, and you get told, but you have to smile and to laugh, then it is the hormones who want something different. Whether it is because of you are so relaxed or you are so nervous that there is an action in your body that shows something completely different. By the way, that is one reason why we never can judge the outer signals, why people who seem to be so happy in their inner self, they are sometimes very sad, and people who look like that aren't that boring, because in the right moment they can explode. That's just a side note, but for us it is important to bring our hormones back to a normal level, and that is what helped me, was to get a picture of the expression I want to show. So I was at a funeral and someone died, and his adult brother was really sad. But his sadness was not because he cried or he mourned. He was absolutely calm. And I didn't even realize him, but when he went to the grave, I saw in his fist there was one flower, and he held his fist so tight together, and I didn't see anything. But when he went to the grave, he was so tightened up, he threw that flower down to the grave, and that was so, I saw so much grief and sadness in that man. This is at least 20 years ago, but the feeling is still within me. And this feeling was so strong, and this feeling was way stronger than if he would have cried out. This silence, this tensed up body, this not wanting the attention of everyone else, just grieving on the inside. And you had to look very close to see there was something in that fist, and then he threw it in such a movement down into the grave. It even touches me today. And that is the picture when I'm completely out of my, when I would show a completely wrong body language, a body language that is too lightened up. I give you a precise example. When you are on TV and they have different news to tell, and my topic is about body language, doing an analysis, or giving people a hint in body language, a tip in body language. But the news before me was really sad, about an accident, about a person who died. You can't start your part in that program with a smile, with a happy face, because people are in their emotional state are down there. But from the hormone level, you're normally up a little bit, because the facilitator, the moderator, and you have a chat while the program runs, and there's maybe a film in it, and while that film is transmitted, you have time to talk, and normally you have fun. Normally you smile, you chat a little bit, but as soon as the camera is turned into your face, you have to show a facial expression that is appropriate to the news that was before that. It has to be a link. So sometimes it's important for me to get me very quickly into a situation where people see that I take it very serious what happened before. I had it twice, also on stage, when I went to a company to talk at a company. Literally, a few minutes before I started my presentation, my speech, they got the news that a colleague of them just died. That happened 2 times. And normally I go on stage and the stage burns from the first minute. But this, it was obvious for me that I couldn't fire up the stage from the first moment. So I had to keep my hormones a little bit lower, and it was also that picture that helped me. And it is the same the other way around. When you are too sad and all the people are really happy, and you think of an email, you think of a communication you had with your boss which was really not good. Maybe you had a fight with your partner at home, or you lost a customer, something like that. But you don't want to ruin the evening of your friends you're meeting at the bar or at the restaurant. It is important to get pictures that get you out of that. And sometimes it's people who you love, or people who showed something that really get you out of that situation. For instance, some friends of mine take comedians, when they told something and you had to laugh. I think of a joke a friend of mine told me, and I only have to think of that joke, and my facial expression shows the signals of laughing, because my hormones get into that state of mind. So a big hint for that salesperson is, when you are getting closer to the final situation in your negotiation and you tend to start to smile, it is a good idea to get a picture of a person who is very stable, who is very self-confident, who has a body language that doesn't change. And the more the more you get that picture, and the stronger that picture is, the more the emotional state will go align with that picture. So for certain situations, it might be a good idea to fetch a picture and keep it in mind. And from time to time, maybe you have to change that picture because the joke isn't funny anymore, so you'll find another one. Or the situation that made you so serious gets a little bit flattened out, so you take a different one. Because the mind and the body language often go aligned, because body language and mind are connected through the hormones. So this time it was a little bit more of a state of mind hint and tip, but it will help your body language. Now tell me, have you had the experience where you trapped into a situation where you showed a completely wrong body language, maybe a too serious one, maybe a too loose one, maybe a too funny one? Tell me. And what do you think of the idea, getting a picture, a strong emotional picture that brings you in the desired level of your mind? What do you think of that? Please leave me comments and share it with everyone who might profit from that video tip.